January 1st, 2017, life changed. Changed in ways we weren't prepared for. The day started with Luke not feeling his best. Tired, withdrawn, quiet. So we had planned to go to SeaWorld that day. And we asked him, Luke, do you want to go to SeaWorld with us? And he said yes. And I thought getting out and a change of scenery would be good for him anyway. So we went. And I thought, I'll get a wheelchair just so he can enjoy the day a little bit more. I noticed that he had a hard time staying awake, which is totally out of character for Luke. Luke hardly ever slept, which is one of the characteristics of having Fox G1. The kids normally don't sleep, so you have a lot of tired parents. During one of the shows, Luke slept through the whole show, and he was parked right there front row in his wheelchair. And after the show, we had a hard time waking him up, and I told my husband, this is not good. So we loaded up and we ran home. And while we were at home, we checked his vitals, and his heart rate was staying up about 145. He had a temperature, and he was just really tired, so we ran him to the hospital, to the emergency room.
He was seen and admitted within 20 minutes. It didn't take long for them to diagnose him with bilateral pneumonia. We were in disbelief. How could this happen? He didn't even have a cough. His only signs of being ill was tiredness, fever, and high heart rate.
I was scared. Luke was always our healthy child. During that stay, I thought we were going to lose him. He became pale and swollen and withdrawn. The care he was getting, I didn't feel like was very adequate, and he wasn't getting much better. So they decided to discharge us, and then I took him to see our pediatrician. And with her help, we got over the pneumonia.
But after all of these events, Luke was different. Life had changed. Luke had no desire to engage with us. He had lost the desire to eat, drink, talk, or even use his hands.
He used to talk with us and smile and use his hands to make his own quesadillas and feed himself.
The new normal had become us hand feeding him and holding his drink for him, as if he lost all desire and all of his skills. He had become a shell of a person.
Another significant change was his breathing pattern. He began a pattern of shallow breathing.
Last December, he got pneumonia again, and then again in April.
The hospitalization in April lasted 12 days. This time, due to Luke's lack of desire to eat and concern that he was aspirating on food and liquid into his lungs, it was strongly suggested that we get a feeding tube.
How's your head feel?
A little warm.
A little warm? Wow, good for you. It is a little warm. Good for you. Does it hurt? Does your head hurt? No? You're doing great, Luke. You're doing great.
This was an extremely difficult decision for us. We didn't want to put a tube in our son's belly. It just didn't seem right. But we went ahead and made that decision because we wanted Luke to have the best life possible. And we knew that the only way he was going to get that was if we could, on a regular basis, get the proper nutrition, the proper calories, and the proper amount of water into him. After that visit with our new feeding tube and our new routines, we had decided to change Luke's sleeping arrangement. We moved him into our bedroom, and this would give us the opportunity to stay on schedule with his night feedings, monitor those night feedings, and to keep track of his breathing and just monitor his vitals a little more closely.
We've spent the last year and a half trying to find answers. We have gone to see specialists in Houston and all around San Antonio, trying to find anyone that might know a little bit about Fox G1 and the symptoms and the signs and the progression of the condition.
We made it from San Antonio to Houston, and the Houston traffic was a little rough, but we made it. We're fine. We're here at the clinic waiting for our doctor's appointment. Hey Luke, we have an hour to wait for your appointment. What do you want to do? Anything?
Put it on there. Good job. You gotta get 3 of those. Alright, Luke, do you have this monkey?
Some of the specialists did know a little bit about FOXG1, some didn't. And that led to some frustration for us because we don't know who to talk to best describe the changes that he's going through and how to best move forward with his care. We are adjusting to a new routine of feeding schedules, the balance of the intake of calories and fluids. This schedule was complicated by the timing of breathing treatments to keep his lung issues under control.
I feel like I'm learning to be a mother all over again. Life is all about meeting Luke's needs. I'm constantly trying to find the balance of taking care of Luke and meeting all of his new needs, and also caring for our other kids and taking care of our house.
Our focus is keeping Luke healthy, but we don't want to lose the ability to find joy for ourselves and to share that with the rest of the family.
Luke, are you ready to go home? Are you just ready to go home? Yes or no? Yes. Or did you want to go back to the hospital and see the doctor again? Go home. Me too. Are you tired? No. Has it been a long day? Yes. What did you think of the doctor? Did you like her? What do you think? Did you like her? I thought she was nice. You ready to go home, Daddy?
Ready to go to bed.
You're such a trooper.